up guys, Phoenix here, and with the latest chapter, Distorted Memory of Piggy, dropping yesterday, it gives us a look into George Piggy's distorted memory of the night everyone turned. This isn't chapter 12, but it's a new map anyways, and in this map, this is the map from chapter 1, House, with a twist featuring black sludge, creepy wall textures, and even the distorted memory pig as the monster. If you manage to survive this nightmare, you are confronted with a cutscene of George Piggy chasing after Penny Pig and then seemingly turning between infected and normal. Then suddenly he wakes up in the mall. Was it all just a dream? What does any of this mean? Is George Piggy infected? And if so, what does that mean for the people we left him with at the safe place? So I want to go over a bit of arguing for both sides, whether he's infected or whether he's not infected. I personally think he's not infected, but I'm still going to argue both sides. If you're an OG Piggy player and you remember the old gallery secrets, the nose in gallery used to say George has red eyes, but it has now been changed to one of the recent missing signs. We always thought this and the 666 callback number was an error by an infected person, but what if George Piggy was actually last seen with red eyes? What if he was infected this whole time? It is possible that this sign was changed because of copyright reasons, and also the text was swapped out because it doesn't contribute to the story, but if it was written like this on purpose, then it supports the theory of George being infected this entire time. The sign also says Peppa's house instead of Penny's house, so this is why I think this sign isn't canon and it was swapped out for copyright reasons, as the sister Piggy is currently called Penny in the game. I don't see too much evidence to support the George Piggy being infected theory, but if this dream is in fact a leak to the fact that he is infected, then what does that mean for the people in the safe place? At the end of chapter 11 Outpost, George catches up with you, Piggy, not Piggy, Pony and Zizzy, right before you enter Mr. P's base, and he tells you that he told everybody he's playing hide and seek and he slipped away to join you guys. If George is infected, this hide and seek game is probably a lie, and both Z and Zuzi and everybody else at the safe place are probably infected, and more are soon to come in chapter 12. Now before anybody takes sides, which I want you guys to go into the comment section below and tell me what you guys think and which side you're on, I want to talk about the possibility of George not being infected and this nightmare just being that, a nightmare. George's distorted memory contradicts some of the secrets we were previously told by saying that he was at home when the Piggy family went out to volunteer. Previously, we believed that he ran off when the Piggies were given the potions, and that is how he was thought to have ran away. If you go to Granny's poutine shop in the city map, I think it's chapter 9, one of the secrets there says, "Poor George, he disappeared when my family acted up. I hope he's safe." Now, it's not signed at the bottom, but seeing as this secret is found in Granny's shop, and Granny not being a part of that memory of George, I think it's safe to say she wrote this note, and George, in fact, did run away somewhere in that night. So a lot of this timeline is kind of confusing, because if George did run away when his family was infected, who reported him missing? And I think that would be Granny. I think Granny's the only person who would be able to report him missing if his entire family got infected, because infected don't talk, so they're not going to report him missing. This kind of proves my other theory wrong about Granny being a potion drinker, so I think when Creekcraft said that Foxy drank a potion, he was correct, and in fact Granny did not drink a potion. I think the real explanation behind why George feels this way in his dreams, using some of the secrets you see on the walls, and just how distorted and messed up everything is, I think George has survivor's remorse. And what that is for the younger folks who might be listening is survivor's guilt, also called survivor syndrome or survivor's disorder, is a mental condition that occurs when a person believes they have done something wrong by surviving a traumatic event, when others did not, often feeling self-guilt. I believe George feels guilty for being the only surviving member of the Piggy family and watching everybody turn around him because he didn't go out to volunteer. In distorted memory, you can clearly tell either George is traumatized by the event or infected by how warped his home has become in his memory of the bad night. There was also a sign saying he is forced to relive that night every time he sleeps. I think George feels guilty for being the only surviving member, and that is why at the end of the dream he starts turning infected. Unless George has some special type of infection that we don't know about yet, where he doesn't go fully infected and can transform, I'm sorry I'm talking too fast, between normal George and infected George. I don't think he's infected, as Piggy and Zizzy have already told us at the end of Carnival that infected do not talk. But what do you guys think? I know I've piled on some heavy information in this video, but I think both sides are valid in what they believe for this George Piggy situation slash theory. Be sure to hop in the comments and let me know what side you are on or agree with. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and like for more Piggy content as Chapter 12 is well on the way. This is Phoenix, and I will see you guys later.